The last game, everything crashed. I accepted the suicide demand, and I decided to cheat my way through the game. Now, what does that mean? That means I'm not going to lose battles.
Sir, engage the enemy.
And in this way,
Orders, General. Orders, attack.
I'm just going to
Settlement under siege.
annihilate them.
Sir, attack.
Here we're facing their faction leader, and he has a nice force. He has a Bastarnae mercenaries here as well. The Bastarnae are a particularly ferocious tribe from the northern Balkans who rejoice in man-to-man combat. Some scribes would have it that there are no fiercer men in battle, and they are a formidable resource for any commander. They are highly unlikely to break and run. Even their weapon of choice, the Ahaya, is a cruel looking curved blade sharpened on the inner edge like a sickle. With one blow, this weapon is capable of severing an arm or leg. Each Bastarnae warrior also carries a small shield, which, other than his helmet, is his only protection. And not that this lack of armor worries these fearless fighters for a moment. Often tattooed and with the blue-eyed hair, the only concern with such battle-hungry fighters is that they are liable to fling themselves into the fray at the earliest opportunity. Alright, here we have successfully won against them. And we are going to keep this position further. No. Next, I will need to assemble my second Praetorian army.
Imperator, march!
And we'll see how things gonna go from here.
Victory! Imperator! Imperator! Orders!
We're still...
Forward! Boots depleted, sir! Orders! March!
Should be making a reasonable amount. It looks like that's approximately 10,000 at this point. This force needs to be as well assembled and sent. To northern Italy. The cavalry force here will be huge in this army. And that's it. Also in here my armies are being constructed. On this side more rebels must be dealt with. Also I'm going to end the turn. Done. So no more suicides now. Soon. I'll just need to... Actually, instead of sending a force, wow, that wasn't recognized. I wonder why. That was recognized. In any case, This force needs to attack them. There. This force will be marching on them here.
Onward! Move out! Moves depleted!
Senate officers assigned. None have been assigned for me though, unfortunately. So I see that quite a few of us are born here. Now these guys here, we have a reasonable force, and this force could move on to Scipii territory there, where they will be tasked with fighting.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain. Orders, General. Move out.
Them there.
Set sail. Out of move, sir.
In here, on the other hand, we're moving further, closer to
Sir. General. Sir. Sir.
these,
Sir. Orders.
and I only need a cavalry here. So 2 Praetorian armies done. In fact, that's so awesome.
Fleet ready. Set sail.
I could move this for the 3rd army,
Ready
really,
to sail.
and I would have 3 done there, which would be really, really cool to have 3 Praetorian armies. Diva is still rebelling.
Imperator.
In any case, here I'm going to eliminate the rebellion in London, pile up on cash, and strengthen the garrison.
Sir.
Here we'll be fighting the rebels further. As you can see, it's quite intense.
Victory.
Diva is not a settlement that's easily going to be dealt with. Quite a few troops done, but declared Senate and Britannia.
Sir. Engage the enemy.
So, as you know, we're not losing battles against
General. March.
our opponents.
Imperator. Imperator. Attack.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna do this always, but probably I will do it quite often. Now here I'm still relying upon the recruitment of additional forces here and here as well. I should get some cavalry on this side. Done. A couple of armies there would be very, very
Orders. Move out.
useful.
Fleet ready.
Now in here,
Fleet ready.
let's
Aye, Captain.
separate
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain. Ready to sail. Fleet ready. Sir. Orders. March.
the commanders can move forward.
Out of move, sir. Aye,
The
Captain.
ships from
Yes,
here
Captain. Sir.
would sail
Yes, Captain.
north,
Out of move, sir.
and that will be it.
Victory! Rome has conquered.
We have conquered them, and that's it. Diva is rising a little bit. Here we, for the first time, will be declining that proposal. They
Sir. Imperator. General, engage the enemy.
Have been occupied further, so we squeezed Armenians quite a bit, really. Quite a bit indeed. And hopefully it's gonna stay like that. Okay.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain.
So here we see two commanders.
Sir! Out of move, sir. General. Move out! Sir!
Incoming. That's nearly the full force here already.
Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
It looks
Yes,
like
Captain.
we may have
Move depleted,
4
sir.
Praetorian armies here present soon. Soon, not yet, but soon. So, due to this, good news, I'm going to accept the suicide, and let's just keep
Sir, prepare for
pushing
battle.
forward, and that's it. That's wow! That wasn't something I expected, really. So you see, sometimes if not fought manually, this just may kind of end up being a complete disaster. In any case, I'll retrain them in the city, and that's it. Here we're moving inside of the city and we'll occupy it. Keep it there for ourselves. More writing in Diva, it's at 65%, but that still isn't kind of it. Here,
General, orders. Orders.
we are gonna go into the city of Jerusalem, where our task is gonna be to retrain everybody, get some additional cavalry. Mission failed, end of the report, faction announcements. Okay.
Fleet ready.
So this army has
All ashore. Sir. Orders.
marched
Onward.
in,
Combining troops.
and what's next? It looks like
Sir. Forward. Orders. Move out. Combining troops. No more moves, sir. Sir. General.
things have worked out
March. Out of move.
well.
Imperator. March. Out of move, sir. General.
We'll have 4 Praetorian armies present,
General.
and we don't need to train any more of these, no more, just for now. Or maybe I should, I'm not sure.
Orders.
I need to think about it.
Orders.
This guy can move out for a little while. He's a young commander, so actually he should be given the command there,
Sir. Sir.
I guess.
Imperator. 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 Onward.
Okay.
Orders. Sir.
How much am I making? I'm probably making quite a bit. In any case, I have decided to not stop the recruitment. I'm not seeing an option to construct the cavalry. Okay, here they are. Okay, and that's what we're going to rely upon even further. Then I don't have that much cash. Done. So now we can fight our previous allies if they declare war on us with much more confidence, holding all those Praetorian armies under our influence. That's very good. Also in here, these armies need to be merged and they need to move forward as well. So 3 armies here, and these are not Praetorian armies. Well, the Praetorian armies can do some more damage elsewhere. Okay, here the Praetorians were never stopped. Sarmatian mercenaries. Sarmatian mercenaries are heavy cavalry from the tribes of the steppes. They are superb warriors, heavily armored and well equipped, and an almost unstoppable force when at full charge. They wear chainmail tunics and hang down to their knees, reinforced with scales of animal horn. Each Sarmatian cavalryman carries a 2-handed lance called a kontos, and this is used during a full charge into melee. If the enemy doesn't break, each man also carries a sword but no shield. As with many elites, they are not averse to charging worthy enemies without orders. The Sarmatinians are almost notorious for their widespread banditry, and many serve as mercenaries. Historically, thousands were sent to Britannia under the emperors, where many settled after garrison duty. Alright. Next. Can I just bribe them? Looks like they would ask for a lot more money than I can afford, so what can I do with them? I think it would be a good idea to just construct some more early legionnaires here and merge the forces in turn, creating what we'll have now here. A fort, can't afford a fort. Let's just send them to him under his rule, and he would need an additional cavalry unit in here. What does he need? 30 additional these, and so let's all march on them. I have 4 Praetorian armies under my command, which is splendid. Exactly what I need. And actually, these Praetorians would probably just have to be sent north.
Ready to sail. Yes, Captain. Aye, aye, Captain.
And that's it. And the invasion of Sicily may have to wait a little bit longer. Still rebellion is taking place in Diva, and they don't seem to want to do anything about it. Alright, Alexandria, another riot here. That's not good, but
Imperator.
what can I say? Not much.
Imperator.
I'll just have to deal with the rebellion, that's it.
General.
And here this army needs additional troops in it. So let's fill it up. Also I could send some troops to Alexandria to keep it under control. In any case, probably the Squalor is doing all the harm. And here we are conquering further. Finally we'll be able to take the settlement right here. And tear down their temple. Build our own temple here. Also, we'll move deeper into Egyptian lands. End of turn, town grows Siva. Good. Faction announcements. More members have been born. Diplomatic relations. Message from the Senate. Resistance screws out Bostra. Recruitment report. More cohorts. Senate mission assigned. Alright, so we do have quite a few armies out here that squeezed our income horribly, to say the least. And we are still producing armies, without a doubt.
General, fleet ready.
Alright, here these, I need the Praetorians into the ships. So I'm gonna disband the Sarmatinian cavalry, and as well as our legionnaires here. I think that I should rely upon the Urge Legionnaire recruitment in Egypt,
ready to sail,
where they may be a little bit more
yes, Captain. No
useful.
move, sir.
And in here, so it begins. One army needs, or two armies actually, need to go down the Italy and fight them. Another two armies will move north.
March! Orders, march!
But we are going to start fighting the Brutii and all the others. And due to this, we will not accept their proposal. So we have been betrayed. Honor and virtue have no meaning for these people. By betraying us, they are worthy only for our undying defiance. We should bury the sword up and held in the layers of guts. Alliance in tatters. The Scipii, Julii, the House of Julii, the House of Scipii. Outlawed by the Senate. The Senate of Rome, acting in the best interests of Rome and its noble citizens, have declared your faction to be outlaws and no longer worthy of the name Roman. You are now an enemy of all Romans and denied all aid, comfort and defense in Roman lands. The Senate also sends you the curses of the gods. What does that mean? That means that they are at war against us. Unfortunately for us, that's the case. However, we are prepared. In Italy, we amassed the greatest army
General, orders,
that we possibly were able to.
Sir.
And these still need some retraining, without a doubt. Let's do just that then. And
Sir!
Let's
Engage the enemy!
fight them
Victory! Prepare for battle!
here first. That's gonna be our first battle. And I'm moving into this battle. And so it begins.
Those overly proud
Okay. So these guys know how to fight, without a doubt. They are the Praetorian cohort. And they have Praetorian cohorts with them as well in there. These Praetorian cohorts that they've sent are of the same type, and now we are moving on them. So their task will be to carve through the most powerful armies that the Brutii have at their disposal. And we already have 4 of these. And the thing about them is that they will not
units, march!
easily fall. Also, legionary cavalry are very heavy cavalry. We're not gonna send them into battle just yet. It looks like they're sending the Praetorians to fight us. That's fine. That's a mistake, I don't think. In any case, here it begins. Does not look like they are going to stand and fight us for long. Look at that, we're surrounded with our Praetorians, their Praetorians here. And they won't stand for the fight. Luckily for us. They will not. They have legionnaires. The legionnaires present.
The gods
as well.
have filled the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
Alright.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! The gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear and now they flee!
Let's make sure we can kill them all. To the last one, and that's it. These are slow to catch.
All Rome will be amazed at such a victory! The day is ours!
Well, that was our numerical superiority here at play. The only problem that we may face
ambush in place
is that it may not be nearly as easy to retrain these. And now the Senate. It looks like they rely heavily on good old that wasn't what I expected though. In any case, I won't fight them with one army. So it looks like the generals just went wherever they wanted to go. Auto win defender. Victory. Diva is still rebelling. Alexandria is rebelling, but it shouldn't be a disaster. In any case, it's fine. Here, I'm taking the settlement. For Rome. And we need to establish our own religion here. Good. They will just going to push them back. Okay, and with our cavalry contingent, we'll going to run down the remaining ones. End of turn report. Coming of age. Good. Let's see. This can go to Cordoba. It's a large city. More settlements have been constructed. War declared. Senator Armenia. And so this invasion has been very successful for us. And if everything goes well, it's only a matter of time before our armies unite. Okay, so I see that our enemies there are waiting for us, and we'll have to kind of construct or recruit further to fight them. Now here
Orders.
We have to close up
Onward.
on them, and
Onward.
we have to strike.
General, not possible, sir.
We're able to.
Imperator, not possible, sir. Prepare for battle. Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege.
Okay,
sir.
how's things going here?
Can't do it, sir.
I need to add some money. And I'm going to retrain these troops. Look at that, a coliseum itself. Allows gladiator games to be held. Public order bonus due to happiness 15%. This magnificent setting allows the staging of games that satisfy the passions of all true Romans. Gladiators willingly force death, knowing that their courage will be celebrated by a knowledgeable and appreciative crowd. This is truly a magnificent public building for all Romans to enjoy as equals. The game stage here are truly spectacular. No expense will be spared in collecting savage and rare beasts from all over the world, nor in gathering the finest, most expensive and most famous gladiators to perform. To live in a city with an amphitheater is to be happy and entertained lavishly at someone else's expense. There's always an excuse to put on some kind of show too, games to influence local elections or mark victories, funerary games to mark the death of a great man, or votive games to thank the gods with Roman practicality, though the gods don't get their thanks until whatever the problem they were supposed to solve really has gone away. Alright. In here we'll just further recruit our legions that can fight any battle. Here our strength needs to be further increased to a level where we can at least defend against the Skippy Eye onslaught that is coming here. 10 armies or more. Hopefully most of these will be still Republican
General, we
type.
can't do that, sir. Orders, prepare for battle.
Oh wow,
Victory!
that was
Prepare for battle.
disappointing, and that's that. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it be.
Roll for your lives! No more moves, sir. We're besieged.
They attacked us in Sicily. Here I'm going to defend against them attacking me. They're rebelling against us in the Monty as well. How unfortunate. Let's increase our garrison then a bit further. Civil Revolt Alexandria. I'm just going to take the settlement.
Settlement under siege, sir. Sir.
And in here we will win. If I use out attacker, I'll lose less.
Victory and glory.
Still.
Onward.
And in here I need to construct legionaries as well. Alright. Right, in Diva they're at 55%, not at 65. Look at that, they rely on Praetorian armies as well, so we are in no way more advanced than they are, because the AI is cheating as well, and this is a very powerful army. And you know what? We're going to win against them. Just like that.
Orders, Imperator.
Also,
prepare for battle.
we'll take the city itself. So these were their commanders. Natural Point General, sharp, fluent speaker, ex-praetor, in rude health. This man is the rudest of health and is a fount of vitality. Few lesser men can match the pace he sets in his daily life. Ex-council, ex-censor. That's their faction leader. Has a lot of retinues. Tribune of the plebs. Political power must be used whatever the source and wherever it is found. Pet line, master smith, treasurer, silk merchant, grain merchant, quartermaster, tutor, stern, ex-consul, ex-iodile, trusty, downright miserly. Once in this man's strongbox, money rarely sees the light of a day again. Weak chin, confident in defense, morose, confident attacker, sharp. Okay, let's win this battle and
this land is Roman.
Exterminate them further.
Prepare for battle.
So the Senate is no more, we hold Rome.
Victory! Attack!
Rome is ours, and it's a magnificent city as well.
Victory!
They also had urban barracks here. Urban barracks are extremely large and well appointed, as might be expected of Rome's most important military facilities. They include extensive drill and training facilities, the very best that can be provided. The barracks themselves are deliberately imposing to show the world the true might of Rome. The soldiers live relatively well, although discipline is hard, as the vessels they league train here are expected to be the finest, bravest soldiers that Rome sends into battle. Good. And here we can further retrain our armies
Imperator, engage
and push out on the enemy.
General.
Also, I'm going to smash all of them as well. Here, it looks like I need to defend. They are attacking us on the walls. Good, it's gonna be a draw, and it's probably gonna be multiple times a draw. Bam! Again. And this will win us the city. What else can I say? It looks like we need to exchange our town watch with the London. Here I'm going to attack them again and eliminate them. So I'm not going to lose battles anymore.
Besieging settlement, sir. Settlement under siege, sir.
And
prepare for battle. Imperator.
I'll just keep attacking the enemy.
General, attack!
Oh wow, they ran around. That's a bit annoying.
Victory!
And they still found a place to run away. In any case, from this point on, the House of Scipio are the richest faction. I'm not going to recruit these anymore. I decided not to do that. Instead, I may just recruit anybody else. Also, I'm gonna check out if all of my settlements are on auto manage. As you can see, they were not. And if they won't be on, they won't construct. Alright.
Sir! Orders! Orders!
Looks like I'm able to win against them here. Many retinues in this guy's fourth tender of the royal backside. It's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it. In any case, this city is ours, and it's a huge city. Good, and it's ours. Let's keep it that way. Done. Next, I'm assaulting them further.
General, onward!
They would be even more happy.
For battle! Moves depleted, sir! Orders! Forward!
Without all those legionnaires being present there. And Alexandria needs to be taken again. And pushed. Look at that, that's a victory. This is a moment to savior Rome and the Empire. Indeed, the world lies your feet, and the people of Rome love you. The old women of the Senate need not trouble you further. Your enemies are weak, confused, and thoroughly beaten. Victory, enjoy the trappings of power that you have earned. Victory is mine, and I tell you, it's over.